Let's start with Time Vortex for this video. Now what you want to do here is try and get ownership on a boss. Ideally you want to get ownership on the harder bosses. You need to be careful that you don't attack a boss when someone stronger is nearby, otherwise they will get the ownership rewards and you will just get participation, which is nowhere near as good. Now if I bring up the boss list, scroll down, the best rewards are from the harder bosses, but obviously they take longer to kill, so you might not be able to get ownership on those. The bottom two bosses seem to give the same rewards, so I normally go after the Death Python when it spawns. You can see your reward chances in the bottom left of the screen. You can see here I have done all of mine already. What I'll do is wait until reset, then do a run of the light boss. You do need to be a bit careful though while in Time Vortex. There's unlimited PvP. You don't lose or gain anything from doing a PvP battle, but you do need to be a bit careful in case someone attacks you while you're waiting for a boss. Right, let's do a run. This run is being done after reset. I have also taken my heroes off. I think taking my heroes off will help me to defeat the boss a bit quicker. You can also go over to the boss automatically by pressing the go button like I just did. I'm not actually doing anything here. There we go, now I just wait. Onto the boss battle itself. What I'm trying to do here is get my 1000 Blades skill going, so I'll just use the first skill repeatedly until 1000 Blades is active. This is the skill that does the most damage during battle, so it makes sense to try and get this skill active as quickly as possible. Then when I get 1000 Blades going, it should do really nice damage to the boss. If I get a decent crit, that will have done about half the health to the boss. That guarantees the ownership reward. Just under half here, I think. Not bad. I'll try and get another 1000 Blades attack going as quickly as possible. The only other skill I sometimes use is the fourth one, Blood Rage. When the health is low on the boss, that sometimes does really good damage. The strategy I'm using here though is first skill, then 1000 Blades. Here we go, this should take the health down low or defeat the boss completely. Let's see. Okay, it's done its critical attack. I'll go back to the boss. It looks like I am the only player that's attacked this boss, so that's always pretty good. If someone else did attack as well though, using this strategy should, with a bit of luck, allow me to win the boss. The only exception is if someone really strong attacks it as well. Now onto the rewards, you can see here, this is what you get for ownership. This is much better than the participation rewards, so it's kind of important to try and get ownership on one of the bosses if you can. Attacking a lower boss may well be worthwhile if you're not quite as strong. Time to exit out of here. Now you may have seen on the Time Vortex page, there are harder levels. I've not unlocked any of those yet. It says you need your demon equipment at a specific rank. For example, this one here, you need it all at rank 3. So I'll bring up my demon set here. This is how far I've managed to get so far. Rank 3, 3. There's one that's rank 2 there. Rank 2. So pretty much all at rank 3 and rank 2. You can synthesize equipment here. I'll do that as I get the gear. Don't forget to do that though. I originally didn't realise that was there and was wondering why I wasn't getting the higher gear. You can use the demon crystals here to increase enchantment on the equipment. I recommend prioritising equipment like the weapon first, as that gives attack, and I think attack is the most important feature in the game in my opinion. Now if you go over to the skills page, you will see this elemental supremacy section. I'm not 100% sure what this does yet, but I think it's going to be part of a bigger campaign to be released in the future. If you start a new character, the start of the campaign is now on the big world map, so I'm interested to see where this will go. I don't know too much about that currently though, but when we get a future update, that will likely play a bigger role. There is a new trial dungeon. We go over to here. It's called the Bestial Spirit Trial. Now this is quite interesting. You can only do this once per day. It alternates between an attack boss and a defense boss. Attack boss you need to defeat. Defense boss you need to survive. Quite an interesting feature, but it is a little bit slow as you can only do one per day. So let's go ahead and do stage 9. This is another section of the video that I recorded after reset. This time around it's an attack boss. The defense bosses are quite hard to defeat. The attack bosses are nice and easy. You're not actually supposed to defeat the defense bosses though. You're just supposed to survive them. Now I did get the pet from the weekend events. You can see here the crystal puppet. This has unlimited life, you can see here. I haven't leveled it up yet though. I'm not overly happy with its skills. These are the default skills. Increases 10% defense, 30% chance to reflect 50% damage taken when attacked, 30% chance to absorb rock damage, and a 20% chance to reflect 150% damage back. Now I really want attack skills, so it's going to take a bit of work to get the skills I want. An interesting feature, but I'm not going to actually do this. If you refine it, you'll go back to the 4 skills that you have here, so if something goes horribly wrong, I can always just refine it and get my original skills back. Now let's go over to the homestead. Now if I bring up the trade centre here, while over here, there is a pet skill section. Now the skills I want are, if I scroll down, I'll try and find them. They're somewhere on here. Enhance, that's one of them. If I bring it up, increases 10% attack. Does reduce damage though if the target has skill, defense or advanced defense. That's a slight problem, but not a massive issue. The next one I want is undulation. This can make the damage vary quite considerably. If it hits the maximum 130 though, the damage goes up by so much. And because it's 80 to 130% on average, it should go over 100%. And the final one is Magic Heart, which is just a basic 10% increase to damage. Now when you use a skill book, it is completely random which skill it overwrites, so this could get a bit frustrating. What I need to do though is harvest crops and sell them here. For the black diamonds, I'll just sell the pumpkins and tulips that I have here to get a few more black diamonds. But that's something I'm working on anyway, and that'll be covered more in a future video. So with features like the time vortex in the game, it does make sense to optimise for damage. One of the other ways you can do this is through the apex, the talents and the apex level. I've gone for attack up plus the percentage damage bonus. I have also gone for some percentage damage reduction as well, but I think those are the most important skills to be going for. I will work on attack up quite a bit as well. Then for the talents, mainly focusing on the war to try and get the damage up. Make sure you get Reflective Shield though if you are going to mainly focus on damage, as it is an essential skill. Skills like the Armor Breaker, Gifted Attacker and just the basic Attack Up are all really important on war and ones that I am focusing on. That gives you a few ideas though for the Apex to try and optimise for damage. I'll probably cover this in more detail in a future video. Show you everything I've done so far to try and make my account do as much damage as possible. And now it's time to end the video. I hope you found that interesting. It's covered a few of the basics of the update, plus a few other features as well. That pet is going to be really important going forward, so it's absolutely essential I get the right skills on it before I start leveling it up. If you did enjoy this video, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing is always very much appreciated. I've included the previous video on the screen. Check that out if you want to do so. You can also subscribe from here if you want to. And thanks for watching.